So welcome everybody to our webinar today. It's Saturday. It is the 13th of February, and I will be with you today for webinar 3. Today we're going to be doing some activities in breakout rooms, and we're going to practice some of the things that we did in sessions 1 and 2, and a little bit from 3 and 4. I know some people have not finished 3 and 4, and that's okay. I hope you enjoy today. Massimo is going to help us here with the breakout rooms and some other things. Okay? Hi, Massimo. And Tarsila, would you like to come in, please, and say hello? If you're there and if you can. I know Tarsila is looking after her daughter. She may not be able to join us just now.
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Would you like to say 2 or 3 words about yourself, please?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm originally from the northeast of Brazil, the Recife, and I have a small daughter who's 3 years old. You'll probably hear a lot of cartoon soundtrack in the background if I stay there for too long.
Great. Thank you very much, Tarsila.
I've been teaching for a while, and yeah, I've been working on this project with the British Council, with Jacqueline and with Elizabeth as well.
Super. Okay. Thank you very much, Tarsila. Feel free to go back. I know you're busy with things. Okay, super. Today we're going to be sharing some learning so far. I'll let you read the slide for a moment. Excuse me. Okay, let's get on to one of our first activities. Maybe you remember, because I'm seeing it in the Telegram groups, we gave you a list of important words for teaching. And we gave them color-coded for you. We asked you to find some new words and find out what they mean. I wonder what your favorite words were from that list. So think back to that homework, or look at the slide and pick a favorite word or 2 words from the list. If you want, you can write it down. We're going to do a small activity, and you're going to get a chance to share your words online, and we're going to make a word cloud together. And this is a site called Mentimeter. Okay, there's going to be a message in the chat in a moment. Massimo, could you put the link to the Mentimeter site for me?
Sure.
And when you go to this website, guys, if you click on the chat and go to the website, you'll be able to enter a new word. And I will be able to see, and you will also be able to see these new words on the screen. So after you enter the word, you may need to close that and come back to Zoom so you can see the words going up. We're not putting the words in the, we're going to put the words in a website. And the website is on the screen at the moment, menti.com. Then you enter that code, 9502103.
I'm sorry, the first couple of times it wasn't a clickable link. Now it should be.
Okay, sorry about that. That probably was the way I shared it with you. So how can you get out of Zoom to the website? I don't know which device you are on. If you're on a phone, you may need, there should be a little button to click to be able to see all the things that are open.
Kristina, can I interrupt? So a lot of people are putting the words into chat.
Yeah, not into the chat. We want
so can I answer that same question for all of you? To get to the website, I've put the link in the chat. So if you're still looking at Zoom, go to the chat and just click on the link, and that will open up a browser with the website that you need.
Yes. And the code? Could you put the code into the chat as well?
I did, but it's run way off. So,
yes, back there now. Perfect. Thank you,
and-
Maria Faz. Yes, that's right. If you're able to watch, so close off the Zoom for now and have a look at, sorry, open up the Zoom so you can see the screen that I'm sharing. You'll see that when people are adding words, the word cloud is forming on the screen.
And for those of you who are looking at the website but haven't got the code, because that's in Zoom, the code number is 9502103.
I can see a lot of people have found it because lots of words are coming up. I can see that feedback and engaged are particularly favorite words. Praise, that's a really lovely one. You will be able to enter up to 3 words if you decide you want to enter more. I suggest at this point that you come back and look at the Zoom screen and watch what's happening here. So I think it's quite exciting, and I am going to take a screenshot of that for later. It's so nice. This is something you could do with your students. We're doing it live, so it's a little bit more complicated because you're entering and then you're trying to see what's happening. But if you set this up yourself and it's something free, I'll put the instructions in Facebook after the webinar. Students can do this from their phones, and later on you can collect a picture and show it to the whole class of what the words were that they came up with. I see that Andrea uses Mentimeter already. Maybe you can share later on how you use Mentimeter on the Facebook post. Is that all right, Andrea? Because I think there are a lot of other features of Mentimeter. Some people are using that. Great. Is that cool? Some people like it. Wonderful. You use it a lot. Great, Sergio. I really would like to know how you're using it and what the specific tasks are for your students. I think it's a lot of fun to do it in the class live if you have internet, or the students are allowed to have phones, or to do it as a homework activity. Fantastic. And the words you've picked, I mean, engaged, praise, feedback, train, they're lovely. Yeah. Massimo, something?
Yes, so there is a way with Mentimeter where you can, what we've done is we've posted the link and a code number, and that's caused some problems. There is a way of, when you create it, of finding a link that goes straight in and the code isn't required. So if you're working with people like this on Zoom, and that's what would be better to use.
Good. Okay. See, I don't know that, so I'm going to learn that after the session too. Learning never stops. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep that up there. I'm going to maintain this for the future. And I'll share a visual of what you've come up with later on. Lovely. I think that makes it fun, warmer. You can ask your students how they feel today. If you're doing it as part of a live class, you can ask them about words. Words that they've learned in the lesson. You could ask them for which words they want to study before the test. If they tell you, then you will know which words they want to study, and you can prepare some practice activities for the next lesson, which is something nice. And obviously the larger words are the words which several people said. So lots of people said the word, and it comes up larger on the screen later on. Yes. We also asked you to come prepared with something, okay, as show and tell. I'm going to give an example of mine, and then you're going to get a chance to do it in breakout rooms. This is, I put it as a picture, and I have, of course, got it with me. My picture of shells. A few years ago, in my family, we decided to stop giving Christmas presents that come from a store. So we don't buy Christmas presents, and we don't wrap them in a lot of paper, and we don't spend money on Christmas. Instead, we make something, draw something, paint something, and give it to each other. So what you see on the screen here is something that my husband gave to me for Christmas a few years ago, and it's the seashells from our local beach. It's a collection of seashells. So that has lovely memories for me, and it's just homemade. You can see it's just put together with strips of blue tack. I think it's lovely. It's a great present, and I treasure it. I wonder what you brought along for the show and tell today. So we're going to be practicing in a minute, but first, okay, let me just check. Yes, I'm asking if you have your object, and have you got your sentences ready? Because I wanted everyone to write and prepare 3 or 4 sentences, yeah, so that you're ready to talk in the breakout rooms. Going to give you 1 minute quiet time just to practice the sentences in your head, or you're on mute, you can practice saying them, and then I'll tell you when we're going to go into a breakout room. I'm timing you. You have 1 minute to practice now. Okay, that was 1 minute. Now I think we're ready to go into breakout rooms, if that's okay with you, Massimo? Yeah, okay, so we're going to be going into breakout rooms. There'll be 3 or 4 people in a room. That's the plan. And I want you to be able to share your object. Okay, so show people in the room your object and share your sentences. And other people can ask questions also about the objects. You should have 2 or 3 minutes per person. I guess we'll probably give you about 8 minutes, 8 or 9 minutes, but we will send a message so that you know how much time you have. Plan on 2 minutes per person. All right, shall we go, Massimo? Are we ready for that?